Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Vicious, and it's been quite a while, but I'm coming at you with some new tutorials. I'm not doing a lot of tutorials as a regular thing, but on a day like today where I can't sleep and I got nothing else to do, if I have a good build, I'm going to share it with you. So the build I'm going to show you today is neat because it is Apprentice only, so you don't have to have multiple heroes, and it's going to be for the Nightmare difficulty, Endless Spires. Endless Spires is a really important segue. Right now, the progression for loot, you basically pass through Endless Spires to gear up your heroes before you move on to Mistymire. So you can get really good gear from there, like those mid-level mythics. You get decent mana, and also you get occasionally when you beat the stage, you might come back to your tavern keep here and find some really awesome pets for only 10 mana, and they're actually worth like 75 million or more. So anyways, I'll show you my stats real quick. I do not have outrageously awesome stats, so that means you don't have to be oh my god powerful to do this. You know, 776, 637, 267, 559. And some decent hero stats and a good weapon is not going to hurt a bit. So, but I was doing this way before I had this awesome weapon. Let me go ahead and kick it off here. So we're gonna go to Endless Spires. I recommend very, very highly that you do this on hardcore. You'll get better loot, better money, and you know, if your build is solid enough, you won't have any issues surviving hardcore. Oh, just a word out that one thing I'm doing now is live streaming Dungeon Defenders. For anyone who didn't know, the next official event is going to be this Saturday, coming up very shortly. So check that out. I got Mumble set up so people can talk to each other while they're watching the stream, and they can talk to me if they're in game. I won't go into a whole lot of detail about that, but you can find more information on it. I'll probably go ahead and put a link to the main informational thread on that in the description of this video. So let me give credit for this build to Dark Python. He's the one that showed me this build. I think I tweaked it just a little bit, but for the most part it's still 100% his. And it was very useful for me since my Apprentice was the first I got to 74. Alright, so let's wall up. You need 3 walls at the center. Three walls on the other side. And you're going to need you can actually fit just 2 walls here. Alright. So you're gonna need spider defenses, and basically you get your magic missile here, point it over enough so that it's kind of shooting to the side and it can protect another magic missile. They're facing each other so that they'll shoot any spiders that get on them, but yet still shoot the mobs over here. Go ahead and put a fireball in there in the middle. Over here, facing the walls, put a fireball tower kind of straight in like this. Do the same over here as well. I need some mana real quick. Normally I don't put that first fireball tower down, but I have a genie on. The one where I have the 2 magic missiles. Alright, so if you didn't know, mage walls strip all the immunities off your enemies, so that's what's so great about them. Now I'm going to go ahead and start putting magic missiles protecting each other in the center of the stairs like this. Same way we just did before where they protect each other. It's going to help you against spiders. One lightning here in the center. This is very important. This is basically your main spider defense. Now comes the fun part, the deadly strikers. Alright, so ogre comes from up here. I'm using like key points for positioning. So this little pylon here, we're going to take a striker and point it to where that ogre is going to spawn. The other ogre comes from over here on the left, so we're going to put the deadly striker here, facing that. For wyvern defense, deadly striker kind of facing towards the crystal a little bit. And opposite of it, another deadly striker. So this way you're killing wyverns, but you're also still have every tower defending another tower. So right now there's nothing in here that's not protected by something else. Alright. And then we're gonna enhance the wyvern defense even more. Magic missiles defending each other. Something got stuck, probably a spider. Yeah, that's not bad, but we'll just let him hang out. Okay, and now you can do what you wish with the rest of the DU. The build's pretty much complete. Upgrade and stuff as you go. If you're going to stick with only Apprentice, go ahead and use the rest of your DU to increase your DPS where the ogres are going to be. So I'm going to put 2 more magic missiles here where that ogre comes from. And I'll go, you need a lightning tower right here as well. That's very useful. That will help defend these even further against spiders. Wow, greens. That's kind of amazing. And we'll just do another fireball tower. And there we go, we're all set. So at this point, you just want to make sure you grab all the loot out of your chest every way if you're trying to gear up, because that's where you'll find most of the better loot. Also, upgrade as you go. Upgrading is very important, obviously. Once your stats are really, really high, you can neglect the upgrades a little bit, but while you're still gearing up, you want to go ahead, especially upgrade your lightning and your strikers. Those are your most important towers. By the way, I hate spiders in this game more than anything. All the complaints I ever had against ninjas are now recalled and all placed towards spiders. So if you guys watch this video, if you like it, let me know, and I'll be trying to work on some other stuff I know. I know a Squire only build for this map that works really well as well. And I think you can actually get away with the Squire build with even lower stats than the Apprentice build, since your walls are a little bit stronger. And also because they recently patched harpoons to have a better aiming intelligence. That actually helps quite a bit. So wyverns die instead of having to use magic missile. Here's your setup on the map if you guys like to see that. As you can see, it's a pretty clean run. The last two waves are more difficult with more ogre spawns, but it's still pretty easy. Endless Spires is really good for the pet farming since it's only 8 waves. It works. You know, it's over before you know it versus the bit larger maps.
Not too bad. That's not too good. Would be fine if it wasn't for the negative resistance. So one thing to keep in mind with the dungeon defenders these days is your active builder bonus. I'm actually quite a bit better off leaving my apprentice out, even if he's a weaker DPS hero, just for all the boost to the towers. If I was to bring out, say, my Squire, the amount of damage I'd be doing extra would not make up for all these towers. Just something to keep in mind. And that's why I'm actually quite a big fan of the hybrid heroes these days. My Apprentice is a hybrid, my Squire is a hybrid. I have one pure wall builder, like nothing but wall HP, which I could have used to make these walls, but I didn't want to make it seem like you have to have that to complete this tutorial. I'm seeing, I read the forums and I see a lot of tutorials from others, and they're like, tutorial on how to do X thing, and then they post their gear and it's outrageously high-end, like survival gear that 2% of the player base might have. I'm thinking to myself at this point, how much of it is a tutorial and how much of it is just because you have gear, you know? For me, a tutorial means it compensates for the lack of gear because the strategy is so strong. So that's why I'm showing you this, because I feel like it meets that criteria. I'll let a wall go down. Oops. Oh, the one thing I could be doing that would have helped me a ton is switch to a Guardian on like the last 2 waves. Huntress Guardian or an Apprentice Guardian will boost, and then just stand over here by your, right here, you'll boost your 2 strikers and your lightning, so it'll take care of the ogres so much faster. And just some wyverns, maybe a spider. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. They're all coming in. And I'm pretty sure that we had a flawless victory. I don't think the crystals got hit even once. I did let a wall go down, but that was just my fault for not paying attention. I normally don't DPS the ogres at all when I was playing this and leveling up. I just focus on repairing and upgrading towers. And there we go. Go ahead and go to the tavern. See if I got lucky and got one of those awesome pets. By the way, I have not got one of those yet, but my friends get them all the time, so I know it's possible. Huh! I figures I would get one now after I'm casting. Well, there you go. So proof. 10 mana Monk Guardian with 94 upgrades, decent tower stats. Yeah, definitely gonna buy that guy. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Maybe I'll bring some more to you soon. Give me a thumbs up if you like the content, and always subscribe if you want to see what comes out next, and I'll see you guys later.